Hello! I'm Theragwin, the host of this show called Say What? Where we go over various terms that are used on the internet or in culture, be it Japanese or American culture. So, on today's show, we're going to be covering two terms. Those terms are Otaku and GenX. What do they mean? What do they really mean? What are they? Do you know? Stick around and find out with us together on Say What? Okay, so we're gonna start with this first term, otaku. Otaku. So if we go over to the whiteboard and look and see, otaku is a term that was from Japan. And what does it mean in Japanese? Because it's always important to understand words in context of their original creation and then how they've adapted and changed and how we've adapted them. Because that's what we do as a civilization, is we take things and adapt them to ourselves. We take things we like and we adapt themselves. Cultural appropriation is not a bad thing. Okay, otaku in Japanese means something that you're very vested into, like a hobby. You can be an otaku of cars. You can be an otaku of sports, otaku of basketball, otaku of food, otaku of anime and manga and video games. And that's where the term in Japan changed. Basically, in Japan, if you were into anime, manga, or video games, it was seen as kind of like childish or things like that, and so it became a derogatory term of otaku aimed at those that were into those type of things, video games, anime, or manga. Take it over to the United States. God bless the United States. We've changed it in Western culture to, again, be, rather than the negative term, be a positive term for those that are into Japanese animation and manga and culture and all video games, all things Japan. That is what otaku is. And so when you look at it now on the broader worldwide scale, otakus rise up because we are okay now. It's okay to be an otaku. It's okay to have pride in your otaku. Speaking of otaku pride, did you know that I've got another show called Otaku Pride? Check it out. We unbox things that are otaku related, and then we show off those things to show that we are proud to be who we are. So our second term for today is GenX. What is GenX? What does that mean? Well, you have to understand all the previous generations and the generations after to understand Generation X. So we start with the greatest generation. They are the generation that fought in World War I and II, and then they came home, got busy with each other, and they made babies. And babies are the baby boomer generation. That generation is still very much large and in charge. They are, retiring now more and more. More and more baby boomers retire every single year. We're facing a retirement crisis, but that's something completely different video to talk about if you want to talk about baby boomers. But we're here to talk about the next generation, Generation X. They came being born in the 60s and the 70s. They are the latchkey kids, meaning they came home from school, no parents were home, they let themselves in, and they watched cartoons. What type of cartoons? Cartoons like Robotech, Transformers, All-Star Blazers, aka Spaceship Yamato. Robotech was also known as Macross. Wait, those are anime, yes! After Generation X came the Millennials. The Millennials, you see, they grew up with Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, so that's why you won't catch me talking about them. But why is Generation X called Generation X? It's because 2/3 of us were aborted. That's right, only 1/3 of Generation X survived from conception to birth. And because of that, we are cynical. We know how to handle things like a pandemic. So Generation X, we're pretty awesome. We've built a lot of things that you all use, like cell phones and other technologies. So thank you, Gen Xer. Because even though we're squeezed behind these two big generations, the boomers and the millennials, we've done a lot for the world. So you'll find that a lot of the other anime shows on YouTube are run by millennials. Well, I wanted to represent my opinion, the Gen X opinion. So that's why we have the Otaku Gen X show, which is my other show. What do you know? So, if you've enjoyed learning about these two words today, I'm going to suggest that you subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, let me know what you enjoyed. Also, next episode, we're going to tackle the big debate of what's the difference between cartoons, animation, anime, and manga. What do all those terms really mean to the various different generations and to the various different cultures? So I have been your professor. Do you like the hat and the steampunk glasses? Aren't they pretty cool? And the tie. I'm wearing the tie. Yeah. I have been your Professor Theraguin, the Otaku Gen Xer, and this has been Say What? Where we explain various things. Stay real, folks, or virtual. Just be yourself and be proud of who you are. I'll see you next time.